Yes, I see Sue wrote, congratulations, Daniel. As I said earlier, Daniel's on the leaderboard. He's doing a great job. He's working the business in several different countries and doing a great job. So let me just mute everyone out so we won't have any background noise. And hi, everyone. First thing I'd like to know, if you're new to this call, please put a 1 on the message board. Okay. Just kind of get a rough idea of who we got on here. I see some new people. I just want to know how many of it's the first time on. If you're new, first time on, just put a 1 in the messages. Oh, maybe everybody's been on before. No, I think there's some new ones. Okay. Well, let me get started here. Hi. For those who are new, my name is Dale Franklin, and I'm a 50K affiliate with My Daily Choice. I do this call every Monday. It's called Mondays with Dale. That's a name that one of my affiliates gave it a couple years back, and it kind of stuck. We do this call. This call is a training call, and let me give you a kind of an idea of how I think people should do this business to grow as fast as possible. Every Thursday, Chris Bailey and myself at the same time on this, we have an opportunity presentation for our Fuel Factor X, okay, which is what I'm going to be talking about today commercially. But every Thursday we do an opportunity presentation for you. So all you have to do is become a inviter. Invite as many people as possible to the Thursday call, and we promote the Thursday call all over the place, so you'll see where the connections are and all that. Invite your people to the Thursday call. Let them listen. It usually takes us about 50 to 60 minutes to do a full presentation, which includes testimonials from people throughout Africa. And I spend a little time talking about the product. I'm basically considered the technical expert on the product. We do some testimonials from fellow Africans, so you can hear that, and your prospects can hear about that. And then Chris does a presentation on the business end. Okay, so if you want to build this business and build it the way that I think is the ideal way to build it, you invite your people on Thursday, and then between Thursday and Monday, you get them. You get the ones that want to enroll, get them enrolled. Get them to their back office, get them to take what we call it onboarding training, which is basically our owner of our company taking the time to train you on how your website works. Okay, how to use it, how to use it for training, how to use it for setting it up so that you can get all the information, so that you can get paid. He goes right through everything. So it's I think it's about 30 minutes long, but it really walks you through everything you need to know to work on your website. And then then the next thing would be to come to Mondays with Dale. And Mondays with Dale, what we tend to do is the first part of Monday with Dale is more for people that are brand new. And I introduce myself. I tell them a little bit about how this works, just like I am right now. I then show them a website that I have where they can go and get a lot more information. Okay. And I also we teach you where to go to get connected to support groups. You need support groups if you're going to build this business, because you're going to need people you can reach out to ask questions, because although I'm available most of the time, I'm not always available. And maybe your upline is not available. So if you get hooked up with some support groups, we have support groups of several hundred people on a group. So if you have a question, you can ask a question. You can follow the groups, and if you're a little timid, which some people are, don't want to ask the question, well, sooner or later somebody else is going to ask it, and you'll see the answer. Again, we're trying to make this as simple for you and as welcoming as possible. We don't want you waking up a day after you enroll and saying, "Okay, what did I do? Was I weak-minded? Did I do something I shouldn't have done?" We want instantly in those first few days, we want you to know, number one, you bought into a great company. Number two, you're selling a great product. Number three, you have phenomenal support, not only from corporate, but also from your teams. Okay. You have support from me. You have support from all our leaders. You have support from other people that are just getting started too. So you can kind of learn along as they do. We want you to feel comfortable, and that's why we do it this way. Okay. And then if you decide you want to build, well, you just repeat. You know, you invite your people as a new affiliate, you invite your people to the Thursday call. Then you get them on once they sign up, you get them onboarded, and then you bring them to the next week with Mondays with Dale, and the whole thing starts over again. That, to me, this is the secret sauce to build. Okay. And once you get people in the habit of doing it, and that's all this is changing habits. You know, they say if you do something over and over again for 30 days, it will become a habit. Well, if you continue to do this every week for 5, 6, 7 weeks, it just becomes a habit for you, becomes a habit for your team, and we build very, very quickly. And that's the way we want to build. We want to build quickly, because if you build quickly, people get paid quickly. If people get paid quickly, they become a believer, and they feel more comfortable going out and telling other people about the business. So again, this is what we do each week. I'm going to just show you real quick. This is something I normally do anyway, but I'm going to share my screen. And today, because I got a lot to cover, I'm just going to go over it really, really quick. Go to the screen, go to dalefranklin.net. Okay. This is, again, a place where you can go. It's dalefranklin.net. Okay. Write that down. Hopefully you've got pen and paper today, because I'm going to be giving you a lot of good tips you're going to want to write down. But if you're new and you haven't seen this before, this is a website. I don't recommend that you send your prospects to it, because this is a website that I use to prospect my own people. Okay. But what you can do is, once they have joined, okay, you know they've joined, you can send them on here, and they can watch what I'm doing here, and they can have any bit of information that's on here that is free for the taking. If it's a prospect and you want information that here that you maybe you just don't want them on this website, come onto the website yourself. Feel free to copy and paste anything that you find on here and take it and put it on your WhatsApp, your Telegram, your Facebook Messenger, whatever way that you're communicating with your people. Feel free to use it. Okay. And it's again, everything's on here is free. If you're on my team, if you're not on my team, if you're across line, I don't care. I'm trying to help the company as much as possible, because I'm a believer that a rising tide lifts all ships. So if I help people on this in here that aren't part of my team, I believe it'll come back to me fivefold. Other leaders will help me with my team when they might need help. When we're building in so many countries, I can't be everywhere all the time. So again, by my giving to other people's teams, I feel that I'll get something back from that. So again, if you come here, I mean, if you want to know more about me, you can click on Who is Dale, and you can come here, and it gives a little bio about me and where I'm from. I was raised on a dairy farm. I've done very well in my life. I have a wife I've been married to for 44 years. I have 4 children. I have 2 grandchildren, another grandchild on the way. It tells you just a bunch about me, and just to make you feel more comfortable. And it tells why I do what I do. It tells what I'm doing. And then if you want to come down here at the bottom, you want to connect with me on Facebook, or join me on Telegram, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're more than welcome to do that. Of course, here's my direct phone number, my email. So I give you many, many ways to reach out to me if you so desire. Okay. Again, I'm going through this very quickly today, because I want to, I got a lot of training to do. So Opportunity Blog, that's a place where you can go, and it's going to give you an update on what's going on. We have a special event right now coming up, and let's see, this was last week's monthly corporate webinar. Again, we try to keep you up to date. Along with this, once you join some of our groups that I'm going to show you, Jody works with me. She sends out updates every night and tells you what's going on the next day. So you're always going to be up to date on what's going on. Here, you can come here and products, and click on one of the products and find all the information you need on that. If you punched on Fuel Factor X, which I'm going to be talking about in a minute anyway, but Fuel Factor X, you can go on there, and there's all kinds of testimonials. There's presentations, there's slideshows, there's product information, testing, you name it, it's there. So again, if you don't, I tell people, don't become an expert at the products when you're trying to sell them to begin with. Just know where the information is, so when people ask you a question, you can go get it. And then connections is where I think the most value is. Connections, you can come through here. I'm going through very quickly today. You can subscribe to my email. You can subscribe to my Telegram chat. You can join my team Telegram chat. You can join My Daily Choices latest news channel. You just so on. It just keeps on going. Then WhatsApp, same thing. I have Dale's information funnel, a place you can go and ask questions, learn, get to know other people. You can join me on Facebook. You can join our Facebook groups, which are not only some of our teams, but also it's directly from corporate. So you can basically stay up to date on anything and everything that's going on. I'm going to skip YouTube just for a second. You can come down here at the bottom and it shows all the Zoom meetings that happen on a weekly basis, shows when they are, shows how to get onto them, password if you need it. And it breaks it down by the times. I mean, here we go. This fun power push is a half-hour training on just specific activities and how you can grow your team fast. And it happens on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States, which means it's 6 p.m. Kenya time, 5 p.m. South Africa time, and so forth and so forth. Most Mondays, we have a meeting with our CEO. He keeps us up to date on what's going on with the company. Then again, you see the Monday with Dale we're having right now. And then we have some other things that go on in the U.S. that are quite late for you guys or really early in the morning. You're more welcome to join them. We just tell you about them in case you want to join us. But again, you can either come on in the middle of the night and watch them, or you can we record most of them and you can see them at a later date. Same thing. Wednesdays, another fun power push. Thursdays, I told you about the presentation, Chris Bailey and myself. So all the information is right there for you. Fridays, another power push. And then one Saturday every month, we have our Super Saturday, which is 90 minutes of training by some of the top leaders in our company. I said I was going to wait and do YouTube last. Here's YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel or just come on here. You can come on. Tremendous amount of videos in here. There's over 230 videos that train you on all different aspects of our business. You can go to playlists. It breaks it down by categories. And one of the categories is called Starter Set. The Starter Set to me, is the most valuable thing that I have produced. If you go here, there's 8 videos that basically tell you. The first one by Chris Bailey tells you all about our product line and our business. The next one talks about the onboarding and the back office training that is so important, so you understand how your website works. The next one is one of the video recordings of one of our Thursday presentations. So you can actually download this, and instead of waiting until every Thursday, you can send this to people anytime you want it, 24/7, 365 days a year. You can send this to anybody and let them watch it and then follow up with them. We got an intro to CashX. We got an intro to our High Life Travel. We have relationship mapping, which teaches you how to build your business using Facebook. And then there's 2 compensation trainings, a regular one and an advanced one, that shows you how you can maximize your income with our company. So I'm going to step out of all of that now. Again, I usually go into this a little bit more in depth, but today I want to really spend some time on training on commercial sales. So let's get out of this. Okay, I want to welcome some of the new people who've just come on. Thanks for coming in. So the rest of what I'm going to talk about today is going to be about commercial training. If you don't have a paper and pen in front of you, please get one, because I'm going to throw some stuff at you that I think will be very valuable to you, and you're going to want to take some notes. Okay? First of all, I think we all agree that Fuel Factor X, or FFX, can help consumers. Okay, the average consumer certainly can benefit from this, either as a person who buys our product or a person who becomes an affiliate and can start building with it. Okay, So again, in Africa, we've told you many times, you save 15 to 35% on your fuel expenses. You help reduce pollution by reduction of emissions. You help your equipment last longer, and you help give more power. It gives the product helps you have more power when you need it. Okay, because it helps increase your horsepower. Okay, well, if the average consumer or the average affiliate is benefiting from this, do you believe that maybe big business might be interested in it too? If you said yes, you're absolutely right, because we can save them where we might save a consumer, over a year's time, depending on how much they drive, we might save them several $100s or maybe a thousand or two. With big businesses, we can save them literally millions of dollars. Okay, I'll give you an example. This product's been around under different names for the last 25 plus years. And when it first started, it wasn't sold to the general public. It started out by being sold to big mining companies. Now, big mining companies had a problem. For instance, there was one big mining company in Indonesia, huge mining company, and they owned all these Euclid trucks. These are trucks that are so big. I mean, you have to climb upstairs to get into the cab. They're so big that you could put a house.
Dale, you're muted.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Give me a thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody came on and kept trying to unmute themselves, and it kind of threw me off. Sorry. Well, let me start that part over again then. Okay, these mining companies in Indonesia, they had a problem. They were having to rebuild their engines every 15,000 hours. By using our product, they were able to go from 15,000 hours to 25,000 hours between rebuilds. And that saved this huge mining company $15 million a year in engine rebuilding. 15 million US dollars. On top of that, they found they saved about $2 million a year in fuel by using our product. So to add it all together, this company saved $17 million a year after buying our product from just by using it. Okay, so I wanted to tell you that story because that gives you an idea of how Fuel Factor X, or even before it was called Fuel Factor X, how it came to be. Okay, so you're saving people, you're saving mining companies, you're saving big construction companies, you're saving all these companies vast amounts of money. So eventually, it became a product that a company like ours decided we wanted to bring it to the general public, so the general public could save money too. So, but today we're going to be talking about those commercial sales. So I wanted to give you that example so you'd understand the value that is out there for these big companies and why these big companies will listen to what you have to say. So, what companies would you think would use be good commercial accounts? I've got a list here for you. Okay, we're talking bus companies, trucking companies, taxis, ships, big ships. Big ships burn a what they call bunker C fuel. It's a very heavy tar-like fuel, and by using our product, mixing it with it, it increases their efficiency big time. And I mean, they literally spend millions and millions of dollars every day on fuel. So again, shipping companies, fishing fleets, transportation associations, government fleets, environmental groups. Remember, a lot of environmental groups out there are looking for something they can promote that's going to help reduce emissions. We reduce emissions by about a third. So they're going to listen to what we have to say. Mining, as I said, mining companies, heavy equipment users such as construction companies, farms, ranches. Anybody that uses a lot of cooking gas, like restaurants, bakers, that kind of thing. Anybody who uses heats a lot of things, you know, needs to have oil or gas to heat water, to heat homes, heat stuff like that. Also, hotel groups. Most hotel groups use a lot of fuel, and they also have generators, so they're going to use fuel that way. So again, there's a tremendous amount of different types of commercial businesses that would be interested in a product. They just don't know about it. Okay. They just don't know how much we can save them. Any business in the world knows there's only two ways to increase profit: either make more money by selling more product, or save money by finding ways to cut your costs. We're going to show them ways to cut their costs. So the next thing I want to explain is, okay, how do we do this? You know, you guys are used to the sachets that treat, you know, one sachet will treat up to 76 liters. And we have our 120 ml bottles that will treat up to 912 liters. Okay, those are two things you've probably seen before. Well, we also have three commercial size products. We have number one, which we call, in the United States, we call our gallon size, which is a 3.8 liter jug. And that will treat 38,000 liters. Okay. The next one is what we call in this country a 5-gallon pail, which is a 19 liter pail. And that will treat up to 190,000 liters. And then the last one is a 55-gallon barrel. 55 gallons equates out to 209 liters in a barrel. 209 liters will treat 2,090,000 liters of fuel. Okay. Keep that in mind, because I'm going to tell you a little story about barrel sales in just a minute. But again, that'll treat 2,090,000 liters. So a lot of your big businesses are going to be interested in that. Let's see here. Yes, when you get to the barrel level, looking at what it's costing people. Okay. When they buy a barrel, the treatment gets down to 1.5 Kenyan shillings per liter. Okay. So if you're not from Kenya, you'll have to do a cross-reference on that. But basically, it works out to about 1 US cent per liter. So the cost of it is very, very low for what it's going to do for you. So again, I tell you all this because when you talk to commercial sales, they're going to be very impressed with the low cost per liter that's going to cost them to do this, and what it's going to do to help them. We tell them it's going to increase their sales by the savings on their fuel by 15 to 35%, and it's going to cost them 1 US cent or 1.5 Kenyan shillings per liter. That's pretty inexpensive. Okay. Reasons businesses will be interested in this product. Okay. A lot of them are obvious. Save on fuel. That you got to remember, for many businesses, that's one of their biggest expenses. Other than payroll, it could be their biggest expense. In some companies, it'll be the biggest expense, including payroll. They're going to remember, it can extend the life of motors, so it's going to save them on one of their biggest expenses, and that's their equipment. It's going to it also shows the public that they care about the environment. Okay, sometimes a business makes out best just by showing people they care. Okay, it's great PR if a company is saying, we are using this product to reduce our emissions by a third to help the environment in our continent, think how far that goes with a lot of people. In the United States, I know a tremendous amount of people in the United States who buy products simply, even though they're more expensive, simply because that product is helping the environment. And I'm sure that's the case around the world. Okay. So again, it's great public relations. You are using a product we're a construction company. We're known for using a lot of big equipment. We're known for having black smoke coming out of that equipment. So we're known as a polluter. And all of a sudden we let you know that we're now using a product that reduces our emissions by about a third. That's going to go a long way in the public perception of us, okay, whatever that company is. So again, great PR. Increased power when you need it. People kind of forget that. When you're driving a big tractor trailer and you're getting paid by the mile or the kilometer, and if you have to climb up some steep hills and you have to downshift all the way down, so you're just creeping up that hill, if we give you more power so you don't have to downshift so far and you are able to get up that hill faster, you're going to be able to make more money as a trucker, because you're going to be able to go further, faster, and not, no matter how much weight you're carrying in that big tractor trailer or that truck or whatever you're driving, if you're able to go further, faster, you're going to make more money, because that's what you're getting paid on is how far you go. So that's going to be a big thing. Also, potential earnings as an affiliate selling to their competitors. Okay, once they stop and think about this. You are a shipping company, and maybe you have a shipping company, and maybe that shipping company has some subsidiaries that they also have that load stuff on the docks and things like this, and they're all under one big umbrella. Well, if they join as an affiliate, they can not only save on what they originally wanted to save money on, but now they can start selling it to they can do a couple things. They can sell it to their affiliate companies as an affiliate, and they can make a commission on selling product to themselves. Okay. And they can also start selling it to their competitors. Okay. If you have a competitor and of course they're competing against you, and all of a sudden you find something to save you money on fuel, and you sell it to your competitors so they can save money on fuel. Hey, even though they're your competitor, now you're making money on them. Okay. Or if you don't want to do that, you can keep it quiet. Don't tell your competitors. You're getting better fuel economy, which means when you quote out jobs, you're able to undercut the competition because you don't have as much expense in fuel. Does this all make sense? You all get this? So again, there's so many advantages for somebody to use our product. What am I doing time-wise? Good, I guess. And potential earnings. This is what I want you guys to really pay attention here. Just go. I rewrote this thing like 6 times because there was so much information. I was trying to cut it down so I wouldn't overwhelm, but at the same time give you all the information. I suggest that you sign commercial accounts up as affiliates. As I just said, there's a potential for them to be able to sell to their competition, everything like that. They can, and as I said, they can create multiple accounts within their company if they want, and sell to themselves to even get a better discount. Let's see. They can, like I said, they can make money selling to themselves, or other business locations they might have. There's a lot of big companies that there's an umbrella company, just like My Daily Choice for that matter. My Daily Choice is an umbrella company, and then there's 10 companies underneath that are all affiliated with My Daily Choice. Well, there's a lot of construction companies and trucking companies and shipping companies that are the same way. And so they can play the game to sell product to themselves and make even more money. You can make money, and I want you to understand this, when you start selling commercial accounts, you can make money from jumpstart bonuses. You can make money from binary bonuses. You can make money from leadership check matching. You can put sales underneath some of your strong leaders to help them out. And then when they make more money on their binary, you'll be able to make more money on your leadership check match because you help them make more money. There's so many ways you can play the game once you start doing commercial sales. Okay. I'm going to give you an example. We're finalizing a sale in the Philippines for 24 barrel. Okay. We are selling 24, we've got potential to sell 24 barrels in the Philippines. It looks really good. We're just waiting on the final go ahead. Now, there's 2,500 BV business volume on every barrel. So with times 24, that's a total of 180,000 BV from one sale. Now, because it's going to be the first sale of that company, we're going to split that money is going to be split a couple ways. 80% of it's going to go to Jumpstart. And of that 80%, of the 180 BV, that's $144,000. Being the person who made the sale, they're going to get 50% of that Jumpstart. So they're going to make $72,000 on that one sale. Okay. They're also going to, the other 20% that they don't get Jumpstart on is going to go to their binary. So they're going to have $36,000 going to their binary, which will either help them this month or might help them down the road when they're building the other leg. So again, there's a potential for binary commissions. And then if there's binary, and you're helping some of your team get binary commissions through the same process, you might end up with check match. There's a lot of other potential ways you can make money, but the Jumpstart one is the one that kind of leaps out. And so in that case, the person who's making the sale on those 24 barrels is going to make $72,000 that month, the month of the sale. Now, I want you to think about this. The person who got them into the company, their upline, as long as they maintain executive status, remember that you want to maintain your executive status. As long as they do that, the first upline, who may have had to have something to do with making the sale or may not, okay, they're going to get 10% of the Jumpstart. So they're going to get of the 144,000 that was in the Jumpstart, they're going to get 10%. So they're going to make $14,400. Okay. They may have helped do this, but if the person who did it on their own didn't need them, then they may not have had anything to do with it. But they're still going to make $14,400. Now, odds are they probably did help, and probably 2 or 3 of their uplines help. And you got to remember that when you're doing this, you want to reach out to your uplines to help have that knowledge factor to help you close these sales. But let's just say that okay, their upline made $14,400. Now the next upline above that may or may not have had anything to do with the sale, but they're going to make 8% of the Jumpstart. So they're going to make $11,520. And the third upline, the upline above that, is going to make 5% of the Jumpstart, or of the 144,000, which is $7,200. So you see, when you're building your team and building your affiliate base, you don't know who knows who has the ability to reach out to a commercial account, reach out to them, kind of intrigue them on what's going on, and then either close them themselves if they feel good about it. We recommend you don't do that. We recommend that you would reach out to me, reach out to Chris Robinson. Through us, we get to Josh Swagel, who's the CEO of the company, and we would help you make the sale. When you're talking to big commercial accounts, they really like the fact that they're able to talk to people that are experts on the product, or are the owner of the company. A lot of people like to talk to the owner of the company. So what do we recommend is don't try to close these yourself. Get in the door, find out whether they're interested or not, and then kind of hand them off. When you hand them off, it's not going to cost you anything. It's not like if we close a sale for you that you're going to lose money, because that's not the way this works. Okay. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Let me see. Next thing I was going to go over here. Okay. Can you see from what I've just told you why uplines would be happy to help you? You know, if I'm three steps up, which on this particular sale I'm talking about in the Philippines, I have never met this lady. Okay. She's actually 2 generations below me. She was able to work with one of my business partners who's very good, and they've been able to make the sale. I have never met her. I'm going to, She's going to be coming to a convention in Miami, and we'll get to meet her and get to help train her and things like that. But I've never met her so far. So I'm going to be eligible for $11,520 in sales on a sale that I never knew about until it basically was pretty well closed. So that's what can happen with commercial sales. So you can understand why it's important. Number one, to realize that your uplines are going to be more than willing to help you because they're going to make money helping you. That's great. Number two, I hope you can see the importance of maintaining your executive level status, because if I wasn't at least an executive, I'm a 50K affiliate, but if I was somebody who was an upline to somebody who made one of those sales and I wasn't an executive status and I'm 3 steps up, I wouldn't make a dime. And what does it cost to me to be executive status? About $160 per month, and you're going to get product you can turn around and sell, or use for demos, or if you're doing commercial sales, you can use it to kind of show samples for those commercial sales, whatever you want to use it for. But can you imagine if you found out somebody made a sale like that and you missed out on the commission of thousands and thousands of dollars because you didn't maintain executive status? Pretty bummed, right? So it's important to maintain executive status. That's the one thing that the only thing you need to do in this business to succeed is make sure you stay up to date on what's going on, make sure you continue to train, and make sure you're always at executive status so you never miss out on potential income. That's it. That's it. So, and just another thing, just to tell you, we have another order that is looking really, really good. Once again, by somebody that I have not met yet, but that could be 6 million BV. Okay. I could make as much as 300,000 US dollars on that sale, and I had nothing to do with that sale. Okay. It may not come to fruition. Who knows? Or it may come to fruition as a smaller order. But I think you see what I'm telling you. These are all things that happen, and they happen because you're constantly building your team and getting more people who know more people to get you into more doors and help you build. So I wanted to spend some time on that so you guys would see the value of doing commercial sales. Now I'm going to tell you something that is going to throw you off a little bit. I'm going to throw a reality check at you. Okay. Do not attempt to do just commercial sales. Okay. I just told you what the income is, but do not do just commercial sales. Spend about 20% of your time on commercial sales if you want to do them at all, and spend the other 80% on regular consumer sales and affiliate team building. Okay. Commercial sales take time. They can take months and months and months to do. Once in a great while, you find one you can do in a month or two, but for the most part, a lot of them take time. They have to go through the decision process through the companies. It's cumbersome. You have to work your way up to the decision maker, because the decision maker is not necessarily the person you always get to. When you first go to a business, you want to say, are you the decision maker if you decide to do this? And they might say, yes, I am. Well, great, you've made it that far. Or they may say, no, I have to talk to other people, but I am the gatekeeper. You have to go through me first. So in that case, you want to make sure that you're working your way through until you get to that decision maker. And that can, in some instances, take months. Okay. So if you wait around, number one, if you're somebody that does something really foolish and just goes after one commercial account and just keeps sitting there and waiting for months and months and months, and then all of a sudden you're sure you're gonna make that sale, and all of a sudden the guy gives you the call and says, we decided not to go with this product. You're gonna be devastated. You're gonna be devastated, and you're probably gonna be so upset you're probably gonna quit this business. And it'd be a stupid thing to do. I'll be point blank honest with you. What you want to do is if you're doing commercial sales, you want to have a bunch of them going at all the time, but still use about 20% of your time building them. And when I say 20%, I'm talking about you and helping other people that are also doing commercial sales. 20%. The other 80%, you want to be doing team building and consumer sales. So you put money in your pocket every single month. You wait for months and months and months. You could starve to death waiting for a commercial sale. That's what you're doing. But you need to have. So again, you want to be doing it all. And also, I can't stress enough, the more team building you're doing, the more people you're finding that'll go open the door for more. Oh, excuse me, 1 second. Let me shut my phone completely off. Sorry. So you want to be doing regular sales. You want to be building with making a team of affiliates, so you have more people that can help you get into commercial sales. And when I say this, what I want you to understand is commercial sales are pretty tough. And the ideal way to get a commercial sale is to have somebody that is approaching the decision maker who they know, that they trust, that they maybe it's somebody they would invite to a special event like a wedding, a holiday, invite over their home. In other words, if you're not that person, you're trying to open a business, you're trying to get into a commercial sale that is somebody that's going to really take off, but you don't know them and they don't know you, and I prefer to find somebody that I know who might know somebody who knows somebody who knows the people that are the decision makers. Okay. And then I go after them and get them to join as an affiliate, if they will. And then I tell them, this is what I think we should do. Now you've seen our products, you trust our products, you know me, you trust me. Let's go after this guy, and let's see if we can get them to buy on a commercial basis. Okay. So we always say, in America, we have one of our holidays is Thanksgiving. So we always say, find somebody that the decision maker would invite to Thanksgiving dinner, and you found somebody that could possibly open that sale for them. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Well, wait a minute. If I sign an affiliate, maybe who signs another affiliate, who becomes the person who goes and opens this commercial account, I'm not going to make the sale. And you're right. But which would you rather have? 50% jumpstart on nothing, or 8% jumpstart on a huge order because you did it the right way and you made sure you had the right people closing the sale? You can spend months and months and months trying to sell something, and if they haven't developed a connection with you, there's a good chance they won't spend money to do it. Okay. The people we got in the Philippines, the people she's working with, I've been told she knew them very, very, very well. Had people she went to school with, who've gone on to be very successful in business, and they trusted her, and they're putting this order in. The big sale is a totally different situation. That is a government agency that's buying the product, and they have to spend a certain amount of money before the end of the year, or next year they won't get that money. So they're more than willing to write a big check because they know if they don't spend it, they won't get it back next year. So every commercial sale is slightly different, but do not ever get so greedy that you say, I'm not doing this unless I can make the 50% jumpstart. Well, this $6 million sale, making 5% on a $6 million sale is pretty cool. Now, it's nowhere near what she's going to make. I think we figured up she's going to make like $2.74 million on this sale if it goes through. And you could say, well, I want that 2.7 million. Well, you couldn't close that sale. Okay. So you got to remember, don't get so greedy that you talk yourself right out of a good payday. Let's see. Yeah, I wrote right here, and I emphasized it, and I circled it. A sale where you make 10 to 8% instead of 50% is okay if it completes a sale that you might not have been able to complete yourself. Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, you need to get to a decision maker. If you don't have a strong personal connection, find a prospect who can become an affiliate who has a close connection to the decision maker. Someone who is trusted, who might get invited to a special occasion like weddings, holidays, etc. Remember, a confirmed sale 3 generations down in your enrollment tree is better than a failed attempt by yourself. Keep that in mind, okay? And also, I've had this happen so many times in different countries. People are so afraid to reach out to me, to Chris Robinson, to Josh Swagel. They're so afraid, oh, those guys are going to steal my sale. We're not going to steal your sale. You know, it's not going to happen. Number one, if I tried to steal your sale and you talk to the company compliance agency department and told them that, and you proved it, I get thrown out of the company. Okay, and I should get thrown out of the company if I did something like that. We are here to help you. Okay, we make good money. When you stop and think, I have over 29,000 affiliates around the world. If I help each one of them make a few dollars, I've made a tremendous amount of money. Okay, so I don't need to worry about stealing anybody's account. Chris Robinson certainly doesn't, and as much as I know about the product, he knows even more. And then of course Josh can make any decision he wants, and he's the owner of the company, so he doesn't care who makes the money as long as they make the sales. So again, don't be afraid to reach out to us and ask us to help you, because we've done these. We've done many of these. We've closed I don't know, millions of dollars worth of sales, and we can help you do it. Don't try to go it alone and cost yourself a sale. Okay. See here next. When you sign up new affiliates, well, first of all, when you start deciding you're going to do commercial sales, reach out to your whole team. Tell them what you're doing, and ask them, who do you know? Who do you know that's a commercial account that, and list, you know, that list I gave you today of all the different types of accounts, list them off. So it's a kind of a memory jogger for people, because people sometimes don't often realize who they know, or who they know who might know somebody. So you go through your team you've got now, and then every affiliate you sign up going forward, sit down with them and just say, who do you know that we could possibly reach out to in commercial sales? You're brand new. All I want from you right now is names. Once you feel very, very comfortable with what we're doing, which is going to take probably a couple of weeks or so you feel comfortable that we're doing the right thing. We know you're not going to start off the first day and give us a lot of names, because we haven't built that trust, that belief yet. But once you do, give us those names, and working with you, we will help you build some big paychecks using commercial accounts. Okay, so keep that list. Always be building that list of people that you know that have contacts with the big companies, who the contact is, what the company is, date it, so you know how long ago you heard about them, and when it gets to the point where that affiliate is feeling comfortable with you and trusting you and trusting the company, whatever length of time that takes, then you can start working with them on commercial accounts. So, and some people are going to tell you, I don't want to do commercial accounts. That's not my thing, and that's fine. You're going to have people tell you they don't want a team build. They just want to sell. You'll actually have some people don't want to build any teams, but they want to do commercial sales full time. Well, if that's what they want to do, and they realize the risk they're taking as far as how long it could take before they get their first paycheck, well, more power to them. There are super salespeople out there. There's no doubt about that. But for the average person, 20% commercial, 80% consumer and affiliate building. Let's see what else. If you saw this page I got right now, I got a little ahead of myself, but I wrote this in capital letters and I underlined it 3 times and said, excuse me. I wrote big letters, do not do it alone. Do not do it alone. Okay. You'll hate yourself for it when you lose a sale that we could have saved for you. Because the owner of our company can do things like, a guy says, hey, I want 20 barrels, but I want some help on the shipping. Our owner can make that decision. Maybe they can give reduced shipping for the size of the order. They order a big enough order, maybe he throws in an extra barrel of oil, barrel of FFX or whatever. You never know what he's going to do. I mean, I'm not saying these are things he does do. These are things he could do, but we can't do them. But if you allow us to get contacted with the higher ups, there's all kinds of things that we can do to help you get that sale. Okay. See what else. A couple last things I want to stress is, number one, you keep it 20% commercial, 80% consumer and team building. Otherwise, you will lose patience before you make a sale. And we don't want you to do that. The worst thing you can do in this business is get distressed over the length of time it takes for somebody to make a decision and quit. The only way you don't succeed in this business is by quitting, because there is so many people out there that want our product. Always remember, our product works. Everybody who's used our product tells you the testimonials in Africa, we're just getting hundreds of testimonials about how great the product works. So you got a product that works. It works for the general consumer. It will certainly work for commercial sales, and we can save them thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars on their businesses. The last thing I'll tell you is, I hope, and I'll take questions if you want. I hope you've listened to what I had to say today and realize I've been doing this now for about 15 years. I've been selling this product for about 15 years. I've seen every type of affiliate you could think of. I've seen the ones that bragged to me about how that first night when they saw the opportunity and they said, "Oh, you're so lucky. You are so lucky. I'm going to join. I'm going to make you a multimillionaire." And I never saw him again. He left that night, and whatever happened, by the time he got home, he forgot all about it. I have seen the people who sat there very quietly while I was doing a presentation, leaned forward. I could see they're on the balls of their feet. Never said a thing, just glared at me. And those guys went on to become super, super successful. Okay, so they were hanging on every word I said. I've seen people who that I told to go out and just do 80% commercial sales, 20% commercial sales, 80% consumer sales. And they said, "No, I'm going out. I'm going to do commercial sales. I'm going to make a fortune." And they went out and talked to 8 or 10 different commercial accounts. Some of them, there were people that they really knew, so they didn't have a trust factor. Some of them did know them and listened to them, but they had to go through the decision process. The guy wasn't patient. He quit. Or he was patient, but it took so long, and he wasn't building any team that by the time he finally got a sale, it was too late. He got discouraged and quit. I've inherited sales from people who left the company, and so when they finally reached out to us and said, "Yeah, we want the business," the guy's long gone. I end up making the sale. I've had people who I've had make a list of who. Here's a classic example. I had a guy make a list of 20 people that he thought would be good in this business, and he said, "Oh, I know hundreds of them," but he wrote down 20 people. During the first week he was in business, I told him, I said, "Call people, pique their interest, and then turn them over to me, and I'll talk to them and help you." He called his first 5 people on his list, and they all said they hadn't. He told them too much to begin with. He was telling them things that wasn't right because he didn't know enough about the business. But instead of just piquing their interest, he tried to do it on his own, and they weren't interested. And so after doing 5, he called me up and says, "This business doesn't work. I'm all done." Well, you remember he gave me his list when we're doing a list. He kept a list. I kept a copy so I could follow along. Of the 15 people that he left me after he decided this business doesn't work, I signed up 3 of them, and 2 of them are still with me, and one of them has made well over $400,000 or $500,000 in this business. Okay, he gave up because he got 5 no's. He had 15 people on his list, and I made money off of those because he gave up. So never give up. Never quit. And that's why I say when you're doing commercial sales, don't do just commercial sales because it takes so long. It just sucks so much energy out of you. If you haven't got some wins along the way, it's hard to stay motivated. So that's it for today. We're just a hair over. I would entertain any questions if anybody has any. Let me see if there's any on here.
Bill?
Yes.
What I would like to do is not even a question, is just to appreciate you, because I mean, you're always there for us. And I think time and time again, you have always kept repeating the same thing. Never give up. I think it's a very, very key aspect out of it. And for today's training, I think it's the bomb. Otherwise, I appreciate and much appreciated for the team who we have in Kenya. And we look forward, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's I enjoyed doing this. I have a couple of my cousins stopped in last night. They were staying with us a couple of days, and They asked me at my age, why am I still doing this? And why am I not retired? And I told them I'm having way too much fun. I'm meeting some wonderful people from around the world, some great leaders. It gives me a chance to travel and meet people from around the world. And like I said, just there's so many wonderful people that I've met that I do this because I'm having such a good time doing it. There's no reason for me to ever stop. So I don't see any questions. I hope this presentation got you guys thinking. From a commercial standpoint, there's so much potential, but again, make sure you have the right people reaching out to the right people. That's the most important thing. I hope you got that out of what I was talking today. When you do find the right sale, it can mean hundreds, thousands, even millions of dollars in your pocket. So go forth and build. And if there's anything along the commercial line that I can possibly do to help you, please reach out to me. I'll do whatever it takes to help you. And a lot of times, it's funny when you don't know all the answers and you're talking to a commercial account and they ask you a couple of questions, you don't know the answers. They lose trust very quickly. But if you turn that person over to somebody like me or Chris Robinson or somebody like us who's been through this before, and we have every answer, bang, 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 they know, and then they know we know what we're talking about. That makes a huge difference in their trust factor and in their potential for buying. So just keep that in mind. Look forward to seeing you guys all on Thursday at the opportunity presentation. And you guys, other than that, have a great week. And we'll see you here again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.